Hi everyone. I'm going to go over the upper body flexibility portion for this week. So the first movement is a standing wrist stretch sequence. So you're going to take your hands, push them together right at about your sternum height. You want to be able to get your palms together. So if you need to go up a little bit, that's totally fine. In this position, you want to up nice and tall. Gently bring your shoulder blades together in the back. You don't want to like crush the pinch. Just kind of contact, and then you're going to move your hands down, focusing on keeping the bottom part of your palm together. It might help a little bit if you push with your fingers as well. So you go down, find a point where you feel a lot of tension in the wrist, both sides of the forearm, and then just hold there and breathe. After about 30 seconds or 5 to 7 breaths, whatever you find easier to count, gently come up, spin your hand, so you want fingers pointing down, and then same thing, you're focusing on that palm contact, and then you're going to lift upwards. Again, really trying to keep your palms together and bringing the elbows, or bringing the hands up as high as you can. You want to keep the elbows low, so you don't want to shrug up while you're doing this. You want to think about elbows low, hands high, getting into that wrist stretch on that side. The last one, back of the hands together. Again, elbows low, bringing the hands high. Trying to keep your fingers in contact, your knuckles in contact all the way up your hand. You don't want to squish too hard, right, because that might hurt. So just keep pressure and then just lift upwards, getting that stretch on the top. Next one up is a standing T-twist. So you're going to be up nice and tall. Reaching your arms out to the side, you want to be able to have full arm distance in a circle, both sides. Up nice and tall, abs engaged, pushing your hips forwards. And then you're just going to look at your hand and twist back, reaching your hands front and back. Come back, look at the other hand, reaching in that position. Oh, right. You want to breathe in here. So you're holding that position about 5 to 6 breaths. So you're here, reaching and getting that inhale and exhale. If you're finding that your hips want to open up as you twist, so that you're turning your pelvis, that's a different stretch, not the point of this one. So you want to make sure you can keep your hips forwards and not rotating while you're twisting. So if you're struggling with that, just freestanding, you can stand up against countertop, couch, chair, something that you can kind of gently push your hips into, and then keep pressure here as you twist. And then you want to focus on deep breaths, keeping your head turned towards your hand, and really trying to feel like you're extending that arm away, right? Same side, or same on the other side. Next up is a tricep cross pull stretch. So you're going to clasp your hands however is comfortable, right? You can do fingertip clasp like this. If you want to do thumb clasp, basically just grab your arms, whatever you find the most comfortable, and then you're going to bring over your head like this. If you find this position right here is challenging to get into, then just work on bringing the arms back and holding here. That's still going to be a pretty good stretch. But what you want to try for in this is to get the side you're stretching, elbows back, and then you're going to use your other arm and pull it towards the middle of your body, keeping that elbow back and trying to feel this in tricep, lat, shoulder blade in the back. So like what would be right here, but on my back. You're just gently pulling that down, trying not to shrug the shoulder up. You want to keep it nice and low, and you really want to feel your shoulder blade rotate. So once you find a point that you feel a lot of tension, right, you got to make sure you keep it back. If you go forwards, it's really easy. So you want to keep it back far enough that you can feel the muscles engage. So once you find that point, nice big breaths, and really focusing on that exhale to pull your rib cage down. that'll increase the stretch. When you're done, if you're in a particular hand positioning, you want to swap it for when you're here. So you want to have this arm with the palm forward. Whatever one you're doing on that grip, you want to make sure the arm you're stretching palm is forward. So you're up here, and you just pull it. Same thing. Keep the elbow back. Next up is a forward fold, similar to what we did previously, but this one is a little bit more focused upper body wise. So you're going to clasp your hands behind you, thumbs pointed in, and push away, right? You're trying to extend your hands as far as you can. If you're struggling to get the hand positioning here, you can grab a towel or some kind of object that you can hold if you're kind of struggle getting that clasp and the elbow lock. But from here, bend the knees, push your hips backwards till you feel that nice big hamstring stretch, and then let yourself fold forwards, keeping the arms extended. And you want to really think about reaching up to the ceiling with your hands. And then as you're relaxing in this position, you want to let your arms kind of drift forwards, but still extend. You don't want to let them flop down like this. You want to keep them pushed high and just kind of gently weighting forwards. You'll find that this increases the stretch in your hamstrings and also gets you a real strong stretch, chest, front of the shoulder. If you find that just getting into the forward fold is difficult on its own, work on that one. You don't need to worry about doing the arms overhead this week. But it's a really good chest stretch, so try it out. Maybe it'll feel nice. Last one we're going to do is a floor arm stretch. So I'm going to orient this way just to demonstrate body positioning real quick, and then I'll go back that way so that you don't fit. So to get into position, you're going to get your legs, actually I can do this one this way. Never mind. So you're going to get your legs up, tighten the abs, and then push your heels on the ground forwards. So you get in this nice, primed, I guess I should say, floor position. So your abs will be tight. You have a little bit of glute engagement, and you're going to be nice and set up for the shoulder movements we're going to do. So what you're going to be trying for here is seeing where in your upper shoulder positioning you can relax your arms. So to begin with, you're going to go up, and then think about driving your shoulders into the ground, and you're opening out into a T. And try to make sure you have enough room so you don't touch anything with your hands. Now you want to think about your shoulder blades pinching behind you. You're keeping the abs nice and set so your ribs don't flare up. Abs are set in this position. And if this feels really tight, like if it's hard to get your hands down here, then go further down and find that point that you can comfortably get the hands onto the ground and feel stretching in your chest and shoulders. If you get in the T and it's fine, right? Bring it back up, push the shoulders into the ground, and then really just control all the way down until you can let them relax onto the ground. And then calmly breathe. Again, focusing on that deep exhale so you really tighten the abs and get that stretch. You can try going straight back. This is actually usually pretty restricted. Yep, okay, I can get to the ground here. So you want to make sure that you're still able to maintain that tension in the abs so you're not just kicking the ribs up. And you also don't want to shrug. So for any of these, you want to keep the shoulders down towards your feet almost. That'll help get that stretch in the chest. Once you find that position, you can comfortably rest the arms on the ground. You want to hold that and breathe. Really focus on big inhales and exhales for pretty much as long as you can tolerate, up to like 2 minutes, because that's a really good position just to open up the shoulder range. Obviously, you can do that for less time. You want to think minimum 30 seconds, but because that one's very, very passive, you're just laying with your arms extended, you can sit there for a while to help open up that upper body. So try them out. If you need any progressions, whatever, just send me an email. Have fun.